Yeah, so the thing is, if you let's say have let's say you have 1 lakh rupees, and I'll put the comma the way to the US. So let's say you have 1 lakh rupees, and this is the 2014, right? And you can't find anything of interest, and you sit on it, and let's say now it's 2020, and now something shows up of interest, which is deeply undervalued and long runway and all that, and you make the investment. So invest the 100,000 over here, and then this thing, let's say, is growing at 20% a year from this point on. So if you even go, let's say, 2025, so this would be like 20% would be like 3.5 years for a double, right? So let's make the math simple. Let's go to like 2027, for example. So 2027, you've gotten 2 doubles. So you are at 400,000, right? So what is the return from here to here? So 13 years. So in 13 years, if you get a 4x, what's the annualized return on that?
9%.
Pardon? 11%? Okay, I'm not calculating, but does that sound right to you? Pardon? So let's say 11%. So it is very hard to make up lost years in an investment. If you have an investment which does nothing for 5 years, nothing for 10 years, and then starts moving at even quite an aggressive rate, it will take a long time for the annualized return to the investment over the entire period to have that rate. So to get to close to 20% on this, you'd have to go many more years. Quite a while.
We're willing to wait for 20 years in the future. Hold the stock for 20 years.
Right.
So we think it would be a good bet.
No, because I think that at least the way Buffett and Munger would do it is they look at it from the point of view of opportunity cost. And so a better way to approach it is what is the best. Now, I would say that with some caveat, but what is your best option today, where the risk of permanent loss is low, and it's the best of all the various options you have in terms of returns. You're better off doing that versus sitting there endlessly. I think sitting there endlessly. So first of all, if you're an individual investor and you're sitting in India with the thousands of stocks on the exchange, and I find it hard to believe that you couldn't come up with something that is low risk and decent return probability. And so the best way to approach it is, I think, look at what is your best options today. Now, sometimes the options are really bad, and in that case, your cash is not a problem. But planning to hold cash for some long period of time, and then planning to have a runway for 20 years or something, the thing is, the moats have a way of evaporating, and they have a way of changing. So the thing is, you're making an assumption that even a Unilever or P&G would have unaffected moats for 20 years. Whereas in the US, for example, we have seen significant erosion of a P&G moat because of the Walmart and Costco. They've taken away a lot of their pricing power and so on. And so I think moats are elusive. Moats can shrink, and it compounds the problem. If you say, I'm going to wait 10 years to get a 20-year moat, I think that's a very difficult proposition. To be right for 30 years, you need to be right for 30 years, and it's kind of hard to look at businesses today and know where they'll be 20 years from now. There are very few businesses that you could actually make. I'm not even confident that a company like Hero Honda, you'd be able to make a 20-year play. I mean, it may well work out, but that'd be a difficult thing to say that you have a steady state situation for that long. So I would say that it's probably better to look at your best options today. Yeah.